Friday the 12th, Arutz Sheva. The Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and the Deputy Commander of the United Arab Emirates military pledged to invest billions of dollars in Israel's economy. Prime Minister Netanyahu said Friday morning. The Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed told me yesterday that he believes in my economic leadership, and so he will be investing 10 billion shekels in the state of Israel. That will help us boost our economy now as we're returning to life and getting out of the coronavirus. Daniel chapter 9, verse 27 says, He, this is the Antichrist, shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. This is the beginning of the 7-year tribulation. We are now building the stage for. This is the total of 70 years. This is the last of the week of the 70 weeks of years. And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, or the end, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. That's the end of Daniel chapter 9. It's talking about the covenant, the 7 years of the tribulation. The whole world is going to sign this covenant. The Arab nations are now giving Israel money. This is like unheard of. Epic Times. Senator Dianne Feinstein, a communist from California, on Thursday introduced a ban on more than 205 different assault weapons after the House passed 2 gun control measures. Her bill, this is a PDF, you can look at the whole thing when you click that. Her bill, called the Assault Weapons Ban of 2021, is co-sponsored by 34 Senate communists, Democrats, and would ban ammunition magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, according to the legislation, which was introduced in the House by Representative David Cicilline, a communist from Rhode Island, and the ban would encompass more than 205 rifles. I went through this when I was in the gun business. 10 years, the Clinton crime bill. 10-round magazines were all that we could manufacture and all that could be sold. And they did away with assault guns and all that stuff. And the crime actually got worse. They've already proved it doesn't work. So I said, this is as they protect themselves from United States citizenry while hiding behind a wall topped with razor wire and surrounded by the U.S. military for safety from us. This is exactly why the founders of the United States of America wrote the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights, which, by the way, are unalienable, meaning, quote, not subject to being taken away from or given away by the possessor. That's from the Oxford Dictionary. That's what unalienable means. So the Communist Party of America, also known as the Democrat Party, knows they are overthrowing our government and to install a dictatorship. So they should be very, very afraid. If only God's people would waken in time. The Republican Party and Christian churches are just as guilty. You see, we are the only thing standing in the way of Satan's last days global empire spoken of by the prophet Daniel, and the Second Amendment is why. It's not the Christians anymore, because most have joined Satan in building his empire. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Dianne Feinstein and Schumer are Jews. Pelosi and Biden are, quote, Christians, end quote. The enemy is within, as Pelosi said a few weeks ago. Who do you stand with? As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. Amen.